Welcome to the CouncilCast. This is episode 236, being recorded on December 13th, 2022. The Council is now in session, and as with every week, we will make arbitrary decisions about topics on science, technology, and random shit.
Random shit?
With a little background and next to no expertise. All CouncilCast decisions are final and have no bearing on anything whatsoever. Welcome to the CouncilCast.
That's our show. Thanks everyone for coming on tonight.
If you liked what you saw, oh, okay. We just cut the ending into the outro, so we'll fix it in post.
And three,
We'll fix it in post.
Welcome to the CouncilCast. Anyway, we're going to start off this week's episode. We're talking about why do glasses get foggy, and how can technology and science solve it for us?
I want these.
I've got this one: condensation and contacts. Next topic.
I want this on my my windshield.
Condensation and LASIK. Next topic.
Can
Yes,
you imagine
LASIK.
how much your windshield? Didn't we talk about this last week that I wanted glass that didn't get foggy?
Yeah, I've got a solution for you, Brian.
We got
Gold.
It's here. It's happening.
They already
solved it.
You thought of it last week. They came up with it and made a viable product for this week, Brian.
Well, where's
your
my
royalty
cut?
check
I
is in
came
the
up with the
mail.
idea.
Your royalty check is in the mail.
How much do these glasses cost? I mean, gold. Good grief.
$1
yeah, so
million.
apparently some scientists have developed a gold nano coating, and by mixing that with some titanium and putting it in between glass, it prevents glasses from fogging up. So yeah, apparently it's a very little amount of gold, so it's actually less gold, 12 times thinner than typical gold leaf. So they're saying it probably wouldn't be very expensive. But I do like Dave's idea of putting it into windshields. I mean, that'd be pretty awesome.
Hell yeah.
That too. Yep.
I dissent. This seems
Okay.
like a waste of money, time, and
Why?
energy.
Why?
I mean, what does gold leaf cost?
Probably like
well,
nothing.
If we
Wait,
move to the
so-
gold standard, it'd be worth one of itself.
So gold, of course, would be the gold standard for these glasses, and they wouldn't fog up at all. But if you use silver and then bronze, and what's the metal round after that? What would happen then? Silver, it would fog up a
Copper.
little. Bronze would fog up a little bit. Copper, it'd just be even worse than if you just had nothing.
Then what about like electrum and platinum? Like, would that
Okay.
perform even
Those
better
aren't
than
even
gold?
metal rounds. No one stands up on the podium for platinum and what'd you say?
Electrum.
What was the other one?
I,
Yeah, no one wins an electrum. My
Vibranium.
electrum.
I'm
Came
pretty
in
sure
15th
platinum
place,
is almost
seriously.
always like better than gold, isn't it? Like when you go platinum in terms of records, nobody
Yeah.
says, "Hey, I didn't go silver."
Electrum
going
is
platinum.
one electrum piece
That's
is worth
true.
5 gold pieces, and one platinum piece is worth 10 gold pieces. So they're better.
Well, I was thinking in terms of sports, gold, silver, bronze. But if you want to
I
go
was-
music, then it would be platinum, gold.
We are forgetting about a purple ribbon at the state fair.
I was going by
and-
D&D currencies.
Which is better,
Isn't it a blue?
purple or
ribbon?
blue?
Purple
Yeah.
is the top. Blue
Best
ribbon
in
is first
show?
place. Purple is.
What if you get a black ribbon?
That black
Then
belt?
you're gonna die.
Oh, belt. You
Black,
could do
black
colors.
belt, yeah, belt color. There you go.
So
We're going black.
1,000 gold leaf square 5.5 inch squares are $7.
Five.
So-
Wait, say that again. What size? 5.5.
5.5 inch square
That's a pretty big piece of material.
and you can get 100 of them for $7.
Okay, so this doesn't cost very much. Mike, I guarantee you that next time I get glasses, if they say these are gold lined, it's going to cost a lot.
It's going to cost at least $30.
Even if it doesn't cost a lot, the fact that they can say that they have gold in it's going to cost.
Yeah,
more.
I mean, it's of course.
Well,
that's
how much
that's why you
more
get
would
LASIK,
you pay?
Brian. Never have to buy glasses again.
Oh, well, that's not the case, Dave. How much would I pay to not have? How much would I pay to not have fogged up glasses?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Not
I-
to have gold in your glasses, but to have non-foggy glasses.
I would pay a lot.
I would pay a fair amount. Yes.
So there you go.
It is a huge pain in the ass and has so many applications. Like motorcycle visors
Snow
Mhm.
goggles,
would
ski
be
goggles.
amazing. Like half of the problem when
ski
you're on a
goggles.
motorcycle is it fogging up in the cool weather.
Hey, you wouldn't even have to spit in your goggles anymore when you get in the ocean or whatever. You just have the gold in them. I think it's a great idea.
Is it just resistant to fogging, or does it actually not fog?
It does not fog.
It does not fog.
Wow.
In
That's
the
weird.
case of the glasses,
You know, I'd ask how this
radiates
actually
heat.
works, but let's be honest, it's probably some bullshit to do with electrons and where they're at in the goddamn shell.
No, actually it uses the gold, and the coating basically heats the glass up by absorbing radiation. So it keeps
You
it
had to
warm
say the
enough that
word
it doesn't
radiation.
fog up.
Really?
So now you're going to have X-ray vision with these goggles too?
No, you're going to get radiation poisoning. That's what's
You're gonna get radiated.
I could see into
Which
vaults.
can lead to superpowers.
super.
So I've heard.
Gotta keep
Which-
it radiated.
Which may give you X-ray vision. I'm not gonna rule it out.
But
All
my
right.
superpower would be the ability to see with my glasses on. That would be my superpower.
That'd be just
That's
my
a pretty
luck.
good superpower.
My anti-fog glasses 20 years later gave me eyeball cancer.
Eyeball.
Don't worry,
Uh,
you'll have fake eyes by then.
The funny part is actually they say that it would help prevent eye cancer because it actually absorbs radiation, so
Oh, yeah.
it wouldn't actually let it through.
Nice.
Okay, 2 thumbs up.
It
Impressive.
sounds like they got it all figured out, to be honest. And we just need to sit back and enjoy the benefits.
There you go. Thumbs up for that.
You know what? I'll take it.
Oh.
I'll take one. I'll take one pair,
take
and
one.
if they fog ever, then I
Well,
will
good
give
news.
this-
Everybody gets one.
one. It'll be a monocle. I'll take a monocle.
Just half a glass, a monocle.
Eyeball
well, something
fogged
that
thumbs up,
but this
thumbs up
glass
for a
doesn't.
free monocle.
Something that the glasses might not protect your eyes from, though, is the amount of shit that shoots out of a public toilet when you flush it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes.
I
Let's
saw
talk
this-
about this.
I saw this on Mythbusters once. They had a toilet and they
Turlet.
flushed it. They had toothbrushes nearby, and then
Oh yeah, you
they
definitely brush
tested
your
'em.
teeth with poop every day.
The thing
So
was they
this
tested a
isn't-
toothbrush that never went into the bathroom, and it also had poop on it.
Yes.
However, they used the same tube of toothpaste on every single toothbrush that they tested.
yeah,
Mm.
they're
So they
not
just
like
transferred poop
real
from one
great.
toothbrush to the other.
Yeah, they're not super great at doing these studies, but
They're not
did have
great at
toothbrushes
being
near the toilet.
scientists.
they're not great at it. No.
No, actually, in this case, not so much in your specific bathroom in your house, but what they were specifically testing was a typical commercial toilet. So, one of those ones where you flush it and it goes, boom!
Yeah. Oh man.
That's
That
was
that's the type of
terrifying.
toilet.
I am.
I have
My
never
ears
heard
now
one do that
hurt.
before. Blaine, can you do that one more time for us? Because I have not. Yeah, I agree.
I
One
think
more time.
Silas
What was
just-
that again?
Just fix that one in post.
Okay, I can do it.
Halloo, howoo. What did you say?
Nope.
Nope.
Can you contrast it against the sound that an airline toilet makes? What airline toilets have you been using? There you go. Silas has got it.
All right. So how much poop is in all over the place because of those toilets?
Well,
Just a whole
if,
shitload of poop, Brian.
if
How many?
if you look at some of the
I teed it up
some of
for
the
somebody.
images,
million.
they apparently can reach a height. The poop can shoot up to 5 feet out of the toilet at a peak velocity of 6.6 feet per second.
Well, it's good that I'm 6 feet tall.
Not if I'm
So is it-
sitting on it, baby.
Let me put that in my fucking Tinder profile.
Apparently, that will go on
What?
for about 8 seconds
What?
after the flush is activated.
Don't
The-
worry,
is
poop
every-
can't
every-
reach my
okay.
face because I'm
Everybody
Right.
on
5
Tinder
feet
wants
tall.
everybody to be 6 feet tall. That's like the meme.
Blaine, how much poop are we talking about here?
I mean, it depends on how much poop you dropped off at the pool that day.
How many parts per million?
Per million of what?
Per million.
I'm just trying to figure out so I can count to it and divide.
Well, I mean, how many million parts are there in a typical poop? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't think they measured how much poop was in a typical poop.
So many parts. Many millions of parts per million.
Okay.
How many moles
Infinite-
are we talking here?
Take a
Infinite millions of
take a typical dump, divide it by a million.
What's a
Flush
typical
it,
dump?
and- I don't know, Matt.
Hold on.
How many
Okay,
Keurigs?
fine.
Blaine brought it up.
How much does the average male poop weigh?
Oh, slip in the word elephant.
How much weight you can lose pooping? How much does the average human poop weigh?
How many Keurigs is the average poop?
The rule of thumb is the amount of poop is 1 ounce per 12 ounces of body weight.
That doesn't help anyone. That's not helpful.
How
We can
many
count to and
pounds in an
divide.
ounce?
You know what? It should just be if it's a 1 flush, it's like so much. If it's a 2 flush, if it's so much. If you have to get 2 flushes, plunger
Apparently,
and a bucket of
quarter
water.
to 1 pound is relatively normal.
You also have
quarter
to
to
take
1
into
pound?
account if it's a low flow
A lot of
toilet. Like
variability.
King of the Hill taught us
I
that
don't know, man.
if you've got a low flow toilet, you might need a double
Fucking
flusher.
Cora, I love it.
Low flow toilets are the worst.
6 pounds is about average for a typical 21st century person who is partially constipated at all times.
Okay, so where does this stuff go?
Does anybody remember the low flow toilet episode of King of the Hill where Arlen mandates low flow toilets? Did you
That's
just?
what Dave was saying.
Oh, I didn't hear you say King of the Hill.
Low float.
I just heard somebody say low flow, and I was like, "Ooh, that's King of the Hill episode."
Yep. Oh, where Hank joins the city council.
Yeah, he joins the city council just to get it reversed because it's taking more flushes, and Peggy's like super embarrassed that she has to
And-
flush more than one time.
And
Oh,
his
man,
his
it's so good.
neighbor is using secret Asian watering techniques to keep his grass green when it's Bobby that's
Oh my.
watering the yard.
Fucking
So
love
hey
it.
Blaine, so what are they doing about this poop crisis in public restrooms?
Nothing. It's more. This is more like a public service announcement.
Just so you know.
Yeah, what do you mean
So
crisis?
what are we supposed to do? Like, are we supposed to wear hazmat suits or?
You're supposed to let it simmer.
When I poop in a public toilet, if there's a lid, I make sure it's up. So when I flush it, I make sure to get maximum spreadage.
You know, you really have no
Spreadage.
choice. You really
I
have no
think the
choice.
answer
Once you
is you
stand
actually
up,
need.
the thing goes off.
Most of the things don't have lids anyway. Like they just have
Poopery.
the.
You
they
are
just-
the lid.
They
That's
just
true.
have
Well,
a
Yeah.
seat.
If it shoots out 5 feet, I think the rule of thumb is you need at least a 5-foot stick to be able to flush the toilet.
Yeah. So if it's an
No,
automatic,
No.
if it's
If
an
you
automatic,
stand
you
up,
have to
it goes
jump
off.
out the window.
Is this a stick that would be supplied in the bathroom for people to use, or was this?
You might
is
even
this
be able to
stick
call it
that
a
you
poop
would,
stick.
You would carry yourself.
Something
And it
provided
would-
by
and
the,
it would
by
just
the bathroom
become
facility.
Almost like jewelry and normalcy of everyday life for.
It's like an expanding stick, so it telescopes.
Why couldn't you just shoot the lever with your state issued weapon that you received
mean,
on
you
your
could.
18th birthday?
Yeah, if
I'm
you walk
just
around
by
with,
this.
with a
Yours
pistol
know
on
what?
your
is a
hip,
question with many possible
for it.
answers.
I'm gonna say thumbs down to poop shooting up in the air. I'm gonna make a stand right now and just say that's not a good thing.
Controversial. I like it.
I'm going to go with a thumbs up for making sure that we were all aware of this, so that we all know we should now carry around poop sticks with us
Hell yeah.
to flush the
Poop
toilets,
sticks. Okay, or just
Or-
don't flush it.
or just don't flush.
Just leave it to somebody else.
And if you are unlucky to have gotten in one of the automatic toilets, then you better hope you can run fast.
Well, you could just lean forward just enough for it to go off and sit back down and contain the blast. I mean, it's
Flush while you're still sitting on it, so you get shit
yeah,
all
that's
over your
not
butt.
good. Yes, there you go. This is a science topic, Blaine.
Yeah, science, just for you.
This isn't random shit.
I
I mean,
I
this
mean,
seems
that
kind
really
of
is
an
a missed
obvious.
opportunity.
It seemed like kind of a missed opportunity.
oh, you know, I swapped the categories around. My bad.
There's really no
well,
science involved in this. It's just
they used lasers. What's not more scientific than lasers?
oh right, oh whatever.
Well, you know, something that you don't need to worry about flushing and getting poop all over the place is your car, which is a good thing because BMW thinks that it can now power your EV by driving over speed bumps. Would you take the bumpier route if you could do that?
Yeah. Be great for my
Everybody-
suspension.
I mean, maybe.
How do they
Maybe
think
it'll
this is
improve
good?
it.
This doesn't seem like a legitimate thing. How bumpy a ride does it have to be to get around?
I mean, I don't know. It just says that they are planning to put some sort of thing to harvest from the suspension, harvest the energy as your car bounces up and down.
All right.
I mean,
I
I
don't know
can't
about
believe that this
this.
is actually something that hasn't been thought of before.
Wait, didn't we talk about this? Isn't this one that's flexy?
What?
Isn't this the one that flexes up and down? I
In
feel
the
like
car?
I feel like we saw this. This is a suspension thing, right?
Yeah.
I feel like
We may have talked about it in 2016 when Audi announced something similar.
Oh,
What am I looking?
well.
How
Apparently, Audi
good-
never
how,
put
like,
it into production.
Here's
so.
my question though. I would drive over the bumpy road if I didn't ever have to stop for gas. How long will it keep it like is there what's the rate of diminishing returns on this?
I'm gonna say
7?
it lets you go for forever.
Oh my
7.
god. Sold.
And there's a place near my work that has like I don't know they overdid the speed bumps. I could drive around that place.
So if I could
Forever.
drive forever, would I ever overcharge?
No.
Nope.
I was hoping I could, like make energy out of nothing.
I mean, I think for me the real question is, I mean, roads aren't continuously bumpy. That, although maybe that would give a reason for the state to never fix the potholes, but roads aren't continuously bumpy enough to say, is this going to generate enough power to offset the complexity of putting this into the suspension system?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes,
I'm going to
Dan.
say, I mean, it seems like a good thing, and they're trying to use other ways to capture energy for the car to run. So that's a good thing.
Yes.
I mean,
and
I like the idea if it was simple enough. I don't see why they wouldn't want to do it.
that's a good point. But also what?
What?
Good point, but also what? So
great
so
comeback.
we've got the braking system generates power for the car. Now bumps that you go over generate power for the car. Why isn't this the top of the car or the metal or whatever it is that covers the car? Why isn't it soaking up solar rays and powering the car?
There have been some cars where the sunroof is photovoltaic.
It's just it's not as efficient as bumps. I mean, let's be honest. Bumps are the bumpiest.
What and also you're going down the road, you're collecting wind. Why can't there be something that generates some power out of that? I mean, we should be able to generate power out of all kinds of things as this thing moves.
I've suggested this before too, and everyone says that's stupid. And I said, I don't think you understand how electricity works.
I think
Tesla,
that this is
Nikola Tesla, he thought it was a
Nikolai.
good idea.
Well, you can pitch it to the second richest man in the world
Nikolai Tesla is the second richest man in the world. He's dead.
who owns a large chunk of electronic vehicle company.
Bob Ross.
Yes.
Okay, I'm
Sure.
glad that they're figuring out different ways to get energy from the car as it moves. Thumbs up.
You know, I like the idea. I just think that what I really don't like is the fact that the roads might be bumpier. So I want to go with a thumbs down on this one. I do think that it's going to give an excuse for road designers to make crappy roads, or to get away with making crappy
But
roads.
here's my question: would the suspension be designed in a way then that it absorbs all of that into energy, so that you don't feel like you're on a bumpy road?
Ooh.
I don't care.
right.
Still thumbs down for me.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Great. I give it a thumbs up then. Thumbs up. I love this idea. I've never loved anything more in my entire life.
Well, something that you might be able to love is you're using the internet, and who doesn't love using the internet when you are underwater? Have you ever wished that you could use your phone more while underwater? Because now you can.
Single day.
So yeah, apparently there is now such a thing called underwater Wi-Fi that uses lasers to create Wi-Fi signal for you while you're under the water.
Wait, can you strap them to sharks' heads? Can you have a bunch of freaking sharks with freaking laser beams attached to their heads so we can watch them freaking Wi-Fi?
Being able to
Yeah.
use my phone underwater is a constant need of mine.
I
Kind of what I thought.
have not had the opportunities. I think that having the ability to use internet underwater would afford me. I think it's a great idea. I can't imagine the things that I would be able to accomplish if I could also use the internet underwater.
The anxiety I get when I'm searching for a phone to purchase and not being able to see the total depth hits me every time. So this definitely would be a thumbs up for me.
2 thumbs.
Uh,
way
yeah.
up.
Just one thumb.
Even better, they're
It's not-
calling it Aquify. So there you go.
If this were going to space, there'd be 2 thumbs up.
If this would help increase the ability to use internet in space. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
What kind of range is this laser Wi-Fi underwater? 5 feet.
Lasers can't go through water very far. Watch that on Mythbusters too. Or was that bullets?
Both.
Probably lasers.
All I remember on Mythbusters is when they tried to paint the room with explosives. I thought that was pretty good. We're gonna blow the paint up and it's gonna cover the entire room. It did not work.
I mean, it sounds like it can go pretty far. They are using lasers to kind of connect to. So basically, it's like a backpack you have to wear, and that creates a signal to connect to your phone, and then that backpack uses a laser to connect to some other device
Oh
on the
my.
surface.
Like the early days of cell phones that were like this
Yeah.
big.
Pretty much.
What would
They said they were able to get a.
live
total-
For a
stream from the
Klondike
ocean.
bar.
I mean, they got a maximum data transfer speed of 2.11 megabytes per second.
That's pretty fast.
Oof.
I mean, I could see this maybe if you're like, I just don't see the benefits when you're diving, but maybe for like submersibles while they are on research missions or something, maybe they gotta, I don't know, use some Wi-Fi inside of the sub.
I think Wi-Fi is a good thing no matter where it is, underwater, in space, in my house. So thumbs up.
But you know, maybe it allows sharks to talk to each other better too. I don't know. Maybe they want to see some shark porn. I don't know.
Some what now?
just some good old fashioned shark porn.
Is that good, old, and fashioned?
You know the
It's
old
in
All of the
saying.
above.
You know the old saying. I don't even have to say it. I mean, everyone could say it in unison. Okay, let's all do it. You know the old saying: 3, 2, 1. Shark porn.
No,
Oh,
I
brother.
don't know any of this.
Maybe I'd know it more if I used my Wi-Fi underwater. I guess I'm gonna give it a thumbs up because Wi-Fi seems like a good thing.
All right. I'll bite.
I can live with that.
What's the deal? What's the deal with it? Thumbs up. I missed an opportunity. I should have said when you brought up the shark thing at it's not about sharks at all. Never mind.
There is nothing about this story to do with sharks.
That's unfortunate, but also I believe you.
Well, you know what else doesn't have sharks in it is Game Boys, because apparently this guy made a 3D printed Game Boy that can shoot darts from swappable cartridges. If you thought your Nerf gun was boring, well, this isn't. I
Like,
don't know.
my first question is why?
And what we say to why is
Not today.
why
Not
not?
today.
Oh, not today.
Like, did this become an idea?
I don't even know, and I don't understand why the swappable thing is a thing, because it can only shoot 2 darts. Like, I don't get it.
I can kind of understand making a 3D printed Game Boy and then having cartridges that you could swap out just because it's kind of cool, but integrating this whole cocking mechanism and dart shooting.
I mean, it looks pretty cool. I mean, didn't you ever run around with your Game Boy and be like pew 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 and like pretend to shoot people?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said pew 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 a lot. Pew 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 pew. Pew, pew.
Lane, your use
Pew,
of
pew,
sound
pew, pew.
effects in this episode has just been amazing.
Yeah, with such classics as pew 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 and we need a soundboard so we could be like pew 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 pew. Yeah, see,
I
There you
totally agree. And so
you
does
just
the audience.
you
They
just
love
need
that
to
idea.
you need a keyboard so you can quickly sample and then run it through like the
Get a Stream
octaves
Deck.
and stuff.
I like the idea that they have
Pew pew pew
that
pew
this thing
pew
is
pew
shooting things,
pew.
but 2 shots. I mean, really, what kind of damage can you do with just 2? And then you have
Yeah.
to load it up again. I'm going to say thumbs down.
2 shots is a little weak for me. I mean, I think that this guy should have probably figured out how to put way more than 2 into it.
As soon as it's got a Big Mag clip, I'm going to say thumbs up. But right now, just 2 shots, no way.
What's a Big Mac clip?
I said Big Mag.
Is that like how you load
magazine?
your M1
A
Garand
Mac
that
clip?
fires Big
Mag-
magazines? Big magazines.
magazine clip.
I want to
Oh,
see
never
I want to see an option for a drum to be attached to the back. A dart
Oh my
drum,
gosh. That'd be great.
Tommy gun style.
Big Mac clip. Big Mac.
He does call this thing the Lame Boy, and I think I'm gonna have to kind of agree with it and give it a thumbs down.
I'm gonna give it a thumbs up for the name.
Yeah, the fact that it's
He knows how
self-aware is
bad it
getting a
is. He's like,
thumbs, getting no thumbs.
Well, something you can use or may want to use your thumbs for is sticking it right up your butt, because apparently that's how
Sure.
you might want to start cheating at chess.
Oh, we're
Um,
just now talking about this?
Yeah, this has been on the list for a while, and I kind of forgot about it. But yeah,
What?
apparently a while ago now, so I think back in October, the chess world was rocked by a cheating scandal. And apparently people are trying to prove or figure out how could this guy have been cheating during live chess tournaments. Well, your favorite people over at Adafruit, they came up with a test specimen, and an example of what somebody might have been able to do, which is basically making a butt plug that could wirelessly communicate with somebody else to give you clues as to how to play chess.
So
And-
it would vibrate to let you know.
Yes.
It
So-
would have different settings. There'd be vibrate mode, and then there'd be shock mode from 1 to 10, depending on how dumb your last move was to help direct you in the right direction.
So this started after Carl Magnuson walked out of a match versus a player, and somebody on Reddit had posted.
How did he walk? Like he
Care-
might have had
carefully.
something shoved
No,
up his butt.
Magnuson was the one that is
Oh.
the one that's accusing the other guy of cheating.
Oh.
And somebody on Reddit was like, how do you cheat in a real world game? Like, and one of the comments was, with a sexual
Anal
toy.
beads.
Yeah, with anal beads. And then Adafruit took that and ran with it and decided that they needed to figure out if it was actually possible. And they created a device that could vibrate at different strengths that would be detectable by the human body to give you indications on if a play was strong or weak, or which area of the board to focus on with the vibrations from somebody in spectating the game.
Ah, that's just terrible.
Yeah, I think one of the more interesting things that they could prove is that they could make something small enough to possibly go in your butt, and also be quiet enough, because I think we've all been around where somebody's phone's on vibrate and it's still loud as fuck.
Oh,
I thought you were
I
gonna
thought you were
say
saying
we've
we've
all
all
been
been
around
around people who've had something in their butt that's been vibrating.
We know how loud that can be. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right?
Oh, so loud.
Wow.
When you're right, you're right. And you're always right.
And you're right.
And you, and you, and you.
Well, you know,
Yeah, I have a
you're
question.
Always right. That's
I have a question. I heard this Christmas song today. Neil Diamond singing "A Merry, Merry Cherry, Cherry Christmas." Has anyone heard this song before?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, it's so bad.
Sounds like it.
Definitely sounds bad.
Have a merry, merry, cherry, cherry Christmas. No?
I mean, it sounds like it could become my new favorite song.
Really?
You see stadiums of people singing. It's a Neil Diamond song, so
I'm coming to America. Merry Cherry Christmas.
cherry, 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 merry, merry, cherry, cherry Christmas.
That's a lot.
I'm gonna say thumbs down for sticking vibrators up your butt at a
Brian, what business is yours of what
tennis
people
match
do
or
in their
whatever.
own bedrooms and tennis chess matches?
I think it's everyone's business if their butt is vibrating during a chess match. That's just rude.
I'm going to give it a thumbs up for Adafruit really doing what is necessary here to
The
get to the
research.
bottom of this. Yeah.
Get to the butt.
Do you think somebody at some point
Nice
said, "Man, making this thing's a real big pain in the ass"?
Yes.
Hey, now what about yeah, that's true. What about Elon and the Neuralink thing? Is that gonna be a chess
What about
cheating
Elon?
device?
I'm pretty sure he just has one of these in all the time.
Butt plug?
Sure.
But,
Butt plug or Neuralink?
How do you think he decides what to tweet?
Oh, the butt plug.
He's actually
Three
using one of
buzzes,
those-
3 hard buzzes for racial discrimination, 1 buzz for layoff an employee. It's a very whimsical management
he-
style.
He uses
Controversial.
Who's pushing the button?
He's got the
Who's-
Neuralink.
One of those Neuralink
installed, and
monkeys,
It's just
yeah.
it's just stream of consciousness straight out of his brain. He doesn't even know that he's posting these things. It's just whatever he's
he
thinking at the
thinks.
moment.
Oh man, that's a pretty good theory as to what's actually happening.
What if he's AI
He's been testing it all along. It's
I
just
mean,
not very
he
good.
was involved in the founding of
Robotic?
OpenAI, which
Robotic
Uh,
AI.
just released the GPT chat.
I like this.
Why do you
theory.
think he's the richest person in the world? Because
not
he's a
anymore.
robot.
He's not
He's
the richest
not.
person in the world.
Well, that's just because he spent trillions of dollars on.
He didn't
Twitter
have
and then
trillions of
tanked it.
dollars.
That's like buying a $1 billion car and then wrecking it the next week just because.
I want to see a car that costs $1 billion. What would that look like?
I'm assuming it has two very.
I have
very,
a 13-year-old Prius. I'll sell you for $1 billion. There you go. That's what it looks like.
Cars are
It's
worth
got
what people will
multiple
pay for
very
them.
large engines.
Sounds like
and
you
it
already know
uses, locks as a propellant.
A rocket?
Yes.
I don't even think their rockets don't cost billions of dollars.
Uh,
How much do they say
SOS
it costs?
definitely cost $1 billion.
How much do they say it costs to build one SpaceX like Falcon?
Captain Falcon?
SOS is about $4 billion per launch.
Per launch. Jesus.
So
Yeah,
if you
Jeff
just
Craft
built one of
Services there,
those
so I mean,
and laid it down on some wheels, would it
Sorry.
be the most expensive car?
Between 2 and 4 billion. Because they're gonna only launch it like 6 times.
Mm.
Because that's like how many engines they have. Because they have to refurbish them from the space shuttle.
Apparently, the most expensive car is $18 million.
What is
That's
it?
until
It is a Bugatti La Voiture Noire.
Bobody?
but
Like
Actually,
this
the
is how
most
much you pay for it
expensive-
new, or the most
Yeah.
expensive car ever sold?
It looks like it's the what you'd pay for it new.
my Prius is the most expensive car used. $1 billion.
yeah.
Anyone interested?
No,
I'll give you
I don't
$1.
think So.
I am not interested.
$1 a day for $1 billion days.
Not.
Although apparently, when Dyson built their electric car, it cost them $1 billion to make it, so that might be $1 billion car.
I wonder why it costs them. I mean, how does it cost them $1 billion? Is it all?
They're counting how much research and
Yeah.
payroll went into developing like one of them. Okay, here you go. The most expensive car ever sold. I wanted to know most expensive car ever sold. Apparently, a Ferrari 250 GTO sold
1962.
for $70 million.
That's almost
That's a
$1 billion.
lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
The second most expensive is a Ferrari 250 GTO for $38.115 million. These are like cars that ran Le Mans.
Oh, these are like old race
collector's
cars.
items, right?
Yeah. Number 1, Ferrari. Number 2, Ferrari. Number 3, Ferrari. Number 4, Mercedes-Benz. Number 5, Ferrari. Number 6, Ferrari. Number 7, Ferrari. Number 8, Jaguar. Number 9, Alfa Romeo. Number 10, Ferrari. Number 11, Ferrari. Number 11, Ferrari. Number 13, Ferrari.
You said
Number
11
12.
twice.
Did I? 11 Ferrari, 12 Ferrari.
You said 11,
It doesn't
11,
matter.
and 13.
Ferrari,
Ferrari.
Ferrari takes most spots.
11 Ferrari.
But did those cars actually sell or are they leased?
They're
'Cause
sold.
can
at
you ever
I
truly
think these are
own a
auction
Ferrari?
prices. How old is this video? I think these are auction prices.
But Ferrari typically doesn't let you buy vehicles.
Okay.
Well, my guess is that they're not like new cars. So, I mean, these are like 50s, 60s, 70s cars where they probably
ever watch
gave them
Donut
away at
Media?
some point in time and somebody got a hold of
I
it.
have.
Are you familiar with Donut Media, Blaine? You watch those car
No.
dudes? Oh. Whenever the dude's talking about it, he's like Ferrari Stradale. He like overpronounces all the names. It's really funny.
I like that you didn't ask me. Because you know I don't know
I just
anything
didn't
about
assume.
cars.
Are you a car channel YouTube person? You might be into them because they're a successful YouTube channel.
I mean, I certainly wouldn't not be into them for that reason.
Yeah, McLaren. Oh, there's some stuff in here. I knew the McLaren was expensive. Oh my god.
here's more
Here's the
expensive.
problem. I want a McLaren F1 LM, and all I need is a cool 20 million. That's it.
So I found another list that apparently in May of this year, Sotheby's sold a 1955 Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupe for 143
Oh
million.
my. Okay, so my list was old.
I mean, it has the rest of the Ferraris are on here that you had, but
that doesn't mean that car is worth that much.
$100 million.
That's not that the car is worth that
Brian,
much.
it's
just
worth what
someone
somebody will pay for it.
exactly. And never mind.
Just like your Toyota or whatever the hell poor person brand you said you had sitting out in the garage. I'm sorry. I can't believe Ferrari's on this list so many times. It's pretty crazy, actually.
When you boast about gas mileage, it's usually a poor person's car. Oh yeah, well, I get 50 miles to the gallon.
Don't you and Silas have the same? You have the same vehicle, don't you? Is it the same? Is it almost the exact same? Like not counting color.
I mean,
different trim.
Yeah, different trim.
But I mean, it's the same.
But it's the same like engine and stuff.
Yeah.
So you get you guys should get like identical gas mileage because neither of them is the prime, right? The plug-in.
Correct.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys have prime.
Is yours a hybrid?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do they don't sell a non-hybrid RAV4, do they?
Not anymore.
Oh really?
Well, maybe they do, but they don't make a lot of them. If they do,
I have no idea. I haven't looked at their lineup in a while.
Well, they're like, oh, here's the RAV4.
I thought it was now coming down to, do you want the hybrid or do you want the prime?
I'm pretty sure their base model is still just gas only.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay.
I mean, they were like, oh, get the hybrid.
Then that means they've got the gas
not that
only.
much more to get
They've
the
got the
different engine
hybrid
and all this stuff. So.
And then they've got the prime, which is the plug-in hybrid, and then they've got they don't make an all-electric prime yet, right?
Correct.
I don't think so. No.
Man, it's gonna suck when they come out with an all-electric Tacoma, and I'm like, oh man, I should have just bought that instead.
Yeah, it looks like they still have their base models are still standard ICE. With no hybrid in them.
2024, Matt.
I know, it looks sick. It's probably gonna have like no range.
Put your name on the list.
Interesting. Well, I think with that, we're going to move on to our billionaire pitches for the week.
Do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I would like
do it.
the #1 richest man in the world to buy Matt a McLaren. I think that is a valuable use of resources.
That's pretty nice.
Furthering
that is nice.
The scientific exploration of the human race.
What? I mean,
Sure.
sure. Yeah.
I would do science with it.
So much science.
So much science.
I would donate it to Whistling Diesel.
Wait, are those the guys that take the stuff out to the sand dunes?
He's the guy that bought the G-Wagon and then proceeded to destroy the G-Wagon for his YouTube channel. Yeah.
Nice.
Good old G-Wagons. Am I
Hey,
right?
that sounds like a good plan. I'd watch a YouTube short with that.
The G in G-Wagon
I'd
stands
watch
for
a whole
G.
15-second long video about that.
Okay, is that it? Are we done with that pitch?
Yeah,
I
I'm
got a
done.
better one.
Yeah.
Neat. I like it. I like buying expensive things.
Let me clear
Good
out a spot in my
science.
garage, Dave.
Yeah.
I'd just
I'm
sell
sure.
it. I wouldn't be able to afford the gift tax or whatever I would
looks,
have to pay on it. No,
No.
if they're gifting it to me, then they're responsible for the tax.
I'm pretty sure
I think
you'd
it
be
looks,
responsible for the tax.
Okay, you guys can figure out the tax thing later. I think it's tacky to have Christmas lights up year round.
Taxi.
Tacky.
I left my
Tacky.
Christmas lights up year round. You want
Yeah,
to fight
that's
about it?
tacky. It's tacky. No, I'm not going to
I
fight about
didn't
it.
leave them on.
It's still tacky.
No, dude,
I
it's
would
stupid.
li-
They have to
I
get
would
up there and
like-
take this shit down.
I agree. So what I want is there to be a way to put up your Christmas lights that
They probably make things that go on the gutters where you can just flip them up and they got lights.
you know
on
what?
it.
I came up with the non-fogging glass last week, and look what happened. I'm coming up with a whole new way to do Christmas lights on your house so that you can stay up year round. No one has a clue, and you're probably LED and you can change and be
can't
programmed to do
wait.
all kinds of amazing stuff.
Until Brian starts claiming he's the most depressed person in this chat.
Depressed.
I did find out, Brian, it
Ow.
was not fog-free glass. You wanted ice-free glass.
Oh,
So
you went to the record for it?
Oh, that's right.
I had
Well,
to
that
use the
sucks.
progressive replay.
All decisions are final,
Jeez.
though. He decided this week that it was fog free. So
Well,
If all
okay,
decisions
I stand,
are final,
I
how
stand
does
by
that
ice
affect other
free.
decisions that? Like, are we not a
That's
that's
Okay.
that's like me telling the
I-
chat
I'm-
GPT bot that I always lie.
I'm
Yeah.
confident I have not suggested Christmas lights that you put up on your house once and that's it.
Let's
But they
look.
don't look tacky, and you can do
I
all
don't
kinds
know.
of fun
Let's
stuff.
go to the
with it.
record.
So they don't, but the deal is they exist year round, like they just hang out.
Man, nobody knows.
Yeah,
what Brian
yeah. I
wants.
mean, like you can program them to do orange at
I was gonna say,
Halloween time.
we do have
and-
one from Brian where Christmas lights that you put. Oh, this is the one that Blaine is actually typing right now. Never mind.
Oh, it's
I'm
exactly
100%
the same
certain
thing.
that it could possibly have been something I mentioned before.
Although about 50 episodes ago, I did pitch. So about a year ago, I did pitch that that Elon used spaceships to deliver gifts to everyone on Christmas.
Well, he
That
probably
was
should have
not
done that
nearly
instead
as
of
good
about
as
Twitter.
yours. So
Nobody
I think I
knows,
was
man.
just phoning it in that night.
I do like the idea of programmable lights, Brian, because putting up lights for Halloween, then taking them down, putting them back up for Christmas is a lot of work in like 2 months. So
It's
I like
just
the idea that I
dumb.
could just put them up once and then change it. So I give you a thumbs up.
Matt, you say it was dumb?
Not the idea. I don't like taking Christmas lights down and putting them back up, and taking them
That's why you
down,
do it
and putting
once.
them up, and taking them down.
It's like you buy the house and you have someone say, "Put them up and leave them up." That's
Put 'em
it.
up.
Leave them up.
Permanent lights.
The Christians have Christmas. The Jews have Hanukkah. Festivus
What?
is for the rest of us.
Maybe, why doesn't somebody just make I don't know if I
Festivus
should
poll?
use this as my pitch now, but I think somebody should, instead to tack on to Brian, I'm just going to add to yours, Brian. They could be built into gutters so the gutter companies can sell
Yeah.
pre-lit gutters.
I'm totally
Just like
fine with
pre-lit
it. That's
Pre-lit?
Christmas
perfect.
trees.
Like
Yeah,
they pre-gamed
got-
it.
We
That's
need
a
to
great
talk to Forndy about making this.
And if you get the high res whatever panels, the whole gutter, the whole side of it could light
Yeah.
up with messages and all kinds of things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I love it. Let's get together. Let's do this business. Let's get it going.
Let's do
Find a
this
couple billionaires.
business.
Let's get a couple billionaires and make enough money to buy Matt another car.
Are you all just buying me cars?
I have a pitch.
All right.
Thank God.
Does it involve buying Matt a car?
I want to buy Matt a car. Nay, a fleet of cars. I want them to all be poor people cars, and he has to drive them regularly.
No! I can't.
So
can't
are we
do
talking
it.
like a fleet of PT Cruisers?
Can they all be
Not
cab
the
yellow?
PT Cruiser.
It can all be PT
Not the
Cruiser.
No, it's they're Kia
Can it-
Souls.
Can they all be cab yellow?
The
That would be
Pontiac
great.
Juke.
Taxi cab yellow.
I can't stoop that low.
Was it the Pontiac Juke that I'm thinking of?
With the Aztec,
Could
that's
be.
what Walter White drove. That
I
boxy
think the
looking meth holding piece of shit.
I think the Chevy Volt is what you need to drive,
it's the
Brandon. It needs
Nissan
to be
Juke.
bright yellow.
Dude, I don't want to fucking hear about the PT Cruisers. Even PT Cruiser owners hated PT Cruisers. Ask fucking John.
John loved that car. He won't admit it, but he loved that car because he could give himself shit about it.
I sent that meme the other day where it was like 4 PT Cruisers in a driveway and somebody's like, "Dear God." Everybody hates that fucking car.
I like your idea, Silas. It's the best one of
Thanks.
the night.
It's a good one.
Yeah, that's definitely
About
two
making
thumbs
me
up.
drive a poor person car.
Poor
Where's
person.
my threshold? Like when does it go from not poor person car to poor person
I don't know.
car?
I think you said it earlier when you insulted what I was driving.
Your RAV4 is fine.
I said my
Oh, sure,
Prius.
now it's fine.
Oh, your Prius. I can't say that I've ever driven a Prius. I've ridden in a Prius.
No, the
I didn't know
Prius
what
is
car it
a-
was because I wasn't listening.
So-
The only vehicle I was sure you guys had was a RAV4, or last I knew. Remind me again, what's the license plate number?
All right. My pitch for a billionaire this week, and I really don't care who does this, but somebody can do it.
If I don't end up with a car out of this.
It is not a car, but it allows you to drive your car better because they need to come up with a way to remove ice from the bottom of your driveway after the snowplows come by.
Yeah, I hate that. There's
Heated
nothing
driveways?
worse than like getting completely done and then the snowplow comes through and puts a bunch of shit like a foot tall in front of your driveway.
That's
that
why I
you
don't
can't
shovel
really
my
get rid
driveway.
of with the fucking snowblower.
Don't you just tear up your driveway and then put down those tubes underneath and heat your driveway so that it just melts the ice right off?
I don't.
No, I don't want that solution. I want
I
something
wonder
that
if
I
I
can
can-
just roll out of the garage and use whenever I want it.
I want to buy a blade for the pickup.
Oh, instead of a snowblower or a leaf blower that you use to move snow, just get a giant flamethrower.
Yeah, there's a video of
That's
that guy
okay.
doing
I'm
that.
okay with that.
He's out there flamethrowing his driveway.
Oh my gosh, I watched this thing the other day. This guy got his windows were all iced over, and he got out his electric tea kettle.
Oh
and
God, I saw
filled
that.
it up
saw
with hot
that,
water, and he
yeah.
pours it on the window, and
Yeah, it turns out things under a decent amount of tension, if you change the temperature too quickly, will just kind of explode.
but the best part about it was that he pours it, it explodes, and he just goes, just walks off camera like, well, you know what, I guess.
Well, he
should've
didn't
seen
just
that
pour
coming."
hot water on it. He poured fucking boiling water. on
Boiling
it.
water. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Not a great idea.
Okay, that just seems like that was staged, don't you think?
I mean, it could
hope,
have been.
I mean, I hope for him it was staged, but if it wasn't, still good.
Yeah, and his
I mean,
fucking
I
car
still
was made of
watched it.
sugar.
We had a lid in the kitchen explode the other day.
The lid,
Into,
the lid,
um,
the lid, the lid, the lid.
Glass lid into a billion tiny little little pieces of glass because cold water got on it. It was already hot and got in the sink, and then the faucet got turned on or something, and it just went.
Oh, it exploded. Ooh, that was a nice little
Yes.
pop. Try that.
That was
Yeah,
good.
sorry. Thunk.
Doing, doing. I can't
That's a
get
great idea. I don't know what your idea was, Blaine, but I love it. Thumbs up.
Ow, ow.
We'll go with that.
I flicked my thing too hard. I was trying to get a nice little pop noise out of it, but
Matt, do you have a pitch for us this week?
no.
Get a car, buy a car. All right, with that, we're going to call this council meeting adjourned. Thank you all for listening. We do record this podcast live Tuesday nights on YouTube. If you liked what you saw and want to check out all the past episodes, you can go to councilcast.org or find the audio files on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. If you have a topic you would like the council's decision on, you can email us at idon'tcare@councilcast.org, or you can email us at idon'tcare@councilcast.org. Apparently I said that twice. Check us out on Twitter at RealCouncilCast,
Or you can email
Reddit
us at I don't care at
/council-
councilcast.org.
or send us an email at idon'tcare@councilcast.org.
Don't we have it set up that you can send to anything at councilcast.whatever and it like will just route?
No.
Oh,
That'd be neat.
That would be neat.
Is that a thing?
Pitch next
I don't know.
Thanks for listening.
You'd think that's something I
Goodbye.
should know.
week. Bye.
Goodbye.
If it's set up, yeah.